Welcome to our lesson. Today we are going to look at square root. Okay, now we have to understand the table. The square root from the table will handle figures between 1 and 9 up to 9, and then from 10 up to 99 as indicated. You will see these headings in your square root table. So you have to write the question in the form of A point B C D or AB point CD times 10 to an even power. There must be an even power. There must be a 2, a 4, a 6, irrespective of the sign. Don't mind whether it is negative or positive, but the power has to be even. So remember, whatever you are asked to find the square root has to be in the form of A point B C D, where all these are figures. Okay, it can be A point B or A point BC or A point BCD. Okay, you can have A point. Then it can also be AB point. So this simply means it is handled by this table. This page handles this. That page handles that. Key thing, even power. So example, square root of 0.2853. Write it in standard form first. We go step by step. Standard form would mean 2.853 times 10 to the power negative 1. Okay? Now, look at this. This part is what I want. Don't mind about the negative. The figure we are seeing here is 1 and it is not even. So it will not work. Cannot work. Power half stands for the square root sign. Okay? So this power half means square root of this. Now, once you have realized it does not work, jump by one step. Okay? So you see from 2.853, even though it is in this form, this cannot work because the component of the power is not even. Come here, jump by one step. So 28.53 times 10 to the power negative 2. Okay? Now this is even. Okay? Once it is even, you are done. You bring in half, power half to the first part. So this times 1. Here there is 1, which is a half. Then a half again times negative 2 gives you negative 1. So this part you check in the table and then you drop this down. So this part gives us 5.3413. You can see a bit of computation here I've done. 28, when you drop with 5, you get 33.85. Okay? Then you go at the end, you drop by 3, you get 28. So you add. It's important to check what is written on the last part. Is it add or subtract? I think when we were doing reciprocal, I added. So please correct. It should have been subtraction. But don't make such mistake again. No. It is very expensive. So what do we do then? Add. You always check add or subtract. So you get. Then the first part works across. You remember? First part works across. So this is the part from the table, and you drop to this. This becomes your answer. Okay? Now let us check it closely. Okay? So now this become your answer. This part was from the table. Okay? So focus a bit. This part here is the table. Drop with that. You read correctly. It becomes your answer. Okay, now let us continue with this. Square root of 8,674. My board is bad, so these are not decimal. It is 8,672 there. So we want to get the square root of this. As usual, start with standard form, because that is what you've just learned. So you practice also to write things standard form. 8.672 times 10 to the power 3. It is in the first form A point B C D. Yes, this part is correct. The other part is power 3. 3 is not even. Come down, jump by one step. So 86.73. Okay, 86.73 times 10 to the power 2. Always counter check if this gives you the origin. Always counter check so that you don't make mistake. Okay, so after doing this, now this is in the form of the second part, which was AB.CD times 10 to the power even. So I want you to finish this and see if you can get. Okay, I want you to finish that and we see if you can get. Can you compute this? A half comes in here. That means this part you check in the table. So you will check in the 10 is less or equal to x and x is less than 100. That is the page. There are two major pages with headings. Okay, so you must understand those headings so that you don't waste time looking for it in the bad page. Okay, so we are going to end there. This should be able to push you now to get more question on square root comfortably. See you next.